Hi guys, it's me again. Now today is going to be a good day because what we have here is a book called A Pocket Guide to Sharks of the World. This is a book I got a few weeks ago. This is a very cool book that can tell you about all 501 species of sharks. And yes, there are exactly. I'm trying my best. Yeah, it teaches you about all of the 501 species of sharks in the world. So, anyways, without further ado, let's begin. Now, let's just skip through a few pages. These illustrations are by Mark Dando, to be honest. Right, so, let's begin. Frilled sharks and cow sharks. Rumble sharks and dogfish sharks. Now, some of these sharks that are there, they're going to be not really heard of before. Some of these sharks, many people never really heard of before, but oh well. Gulper sharks. Now, I remember when we teach you guys how to draw this gulper shark right here, but there are different types of gulper sharks. But don't worry, some of those will be in Season 2. Now we're getting into ligature sharks, sleeper sharks, rough sharks, and kitefin sharks. Ligature sharks. And yes, some of these will be in the next season. If you just wanted to know. Like, the illustrations on these they're by Mark Dando. Mark Dando is basically like an artist that basically draws sharks and marine life. Sleeper sharks. Like, these illustrations, like, they are basically, like, spot on. Like, they're so good that I can't even tell, like, which one is the realistic one and which one is the hand-drawn one. Like, these are really good. Rough sharks and kitefin sharks. Kitefin sharks. Now, yes, there are other species of cookie cutter sharks. And so we're getting into saw sharks. Now, some of these, the Bahamas saw shark, apparently Sharks.org actually got to get rid of the juvenile on there. I don't know why, but that's really odd. Angel sharks. There are other species of angel sharks. Now, I'll say the Australian angel shark is probably, in my opinion, one of the scariest looking angel sharks to begin with. Like, really. We're getting into bullhead sharks and mackerel sharks. Alright, now, I have to say, I have a confession to make. Remember when we taught you guys how to draw a horn shark? Well, what I actually basically drew was a Port Jackson shark. And I want to say, I'm sorry for the undrawing. So, just to make it up, the next season we'll teach you guys how to draw a Port Jackson shark, but it's going to be different. It's going to be different. Crocodile sharks, goblin sharks, and sand tiger sharks. Like, these are just some sharks that many people have never really heard of. Alright, now before we go, I want to tell you something. Now it said, like, pelagic thresher shark, big eye thresher shark, which I'm talking about this one. This one just says thresher shark. Like, okay, yeah, I'll give a credit, even though they didn't really thought of a really cool name. But what I recommend is that if you see the shark, make sure you call it a common thresher shark. That's what I basically call it. A common thresher shark. It gets the mackerels. Coraled carp sharks. Now, if you do hear some noises Just ignore those. Wobgons. These are just the sharks that are camouflaging. Just to let you know. I'm pretty sure you already know it, but... And these are the dorsal scale... saddle markings. Long-tailed carpet sharks. Like, just look at these sharks. They're really cute. Like, some sharks, they are really cute. Nurse sharks and zebra sharks. Yep, there are different versions, like color variants. Like, yeah, that's pretty odd. Now we're into the longest chapter, cat sharks. And yes, some of these cat sharks do look like this. Yeah, because basically, sharks can basically come in all different shapes. Some of them are even wet. Just, like, I'll say that there are so much cat sharks. I think they're, like, the biggest group of sharks out there. Like, there's so much cat sharks. Like, there's so much. Like, I can't even describe it. Like, they're so long, I can't even tell them, because I feel like that might be too much for a video, because I might be running out of time here. Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. Like, there are so many cat sharks. Like, dude. Like, guys, there are so many cat sharks. I cannot even know. I cannot even fit every single one of them. Like, so many cat sharks, guys. I'm sorry if I'm yelling a little bit, but I'm just saying that there's just so many. So we got false cat sharks, and barbed hound sharks, and hound sharks. Like, hound sharks, yep, these are hound sharks. That's basically, some sharks, actually they could be called smooth hounds instead of hound sharks, but I don't know. They're just hound sharks. Like, even though hound sharks are basically like kind of like kind of rare. Not really rare to all of them, but sometimes they can be rare. And we also have gummy sharks. Not really the edible candies. Weasel sharks. Now, tell me that this one, the Atlantic weasel shark, it has a really cool marking. You guys see that? That's a really cool marking, in my opinion. Alright, now we're getting into the Requem Sharks. This is a different tiger shark drawing. Mark Dando did draw the other tiger shark. Yeah, sometimes I actually forgot to teach you guys how to draw the juveniles on these, but that's alright. Just Requem Sharks. They're just so much sharks, like, really. Like, I'll say there are 501 species of sharks, but actually there is one other species called the long-nosed sleeper shark. Yeah, so basically 502 species of sharks. Like, really, like, even though I'll just say its tail's cut off. Anyways, I'll say that there are just a lot of sharks that we can draw. Like, no matter what I can do, I can actually draw a whole lot of sharks. Actually, you know, I can actually draw so much sharks until my hands broke. Like, really. And then I had to do it with my toes. Yeah, definitely. Hammerhead sharks. These are the small hammerheads, and we got into the gigantic ones. Yeah. The biggest one. And rest are basically just diagrams. And that's it. Okay, guys, so that is it. This is the book called A Pocket Guide to Sharks of the World. This is a really cool book, actually. Now, if you do want to get this book, well, let me tell you some recommendations. I recommend to just look at the illustrations. Don't do anything else to the book, just focus on the illustrations. That way, they can actually show you how accurate the sharks are. And these pieces of beauties are what made every single artist feel bad and envious that their works can never ever reach that level. Like, if Leonardo da Vinci was still alive today, he would look at these artworks and be like, man, I wish I was good enough to make something like that. So yeah, guys, this is a must-have book. It really is. If you love sharks so much, this is a really cool book. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.